Hello, welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Piece of Me number 3. I'm sure there's a number 3 somewhere on this cover, but I cannot scroll down because the bottom left of the cover is a little too hot for YouTube. So you'll just have to enjoy like the tabloid look here of most of the cover. You got that? Most of it, not all of it. Some of this stuff actually factors into the book, like, is Brittany Armstrong broke? That's a main plot point. The rest of this, here, yeah. Of course, the unit is the backup story in the book. We'll cover them very, very briefly. That was actually a lot of fun this issue. So where do we start? How about page 4 of the PDF, which is a 2-page spread. Looks pretty cool. Stronghold. Strongman's secret fortress on the dark side of the moon. So you can see Strongman is obviously like Superman, right? He's got his fortress of solitude. It's just on the moon instead of, the Arctic or whatever. But hey, there we go. She gets yanked up here. This is our main character, Miss Armstrong, aka Strong Girl, although she doesn't really want to be Strong Girl anymore. She wants to just, like, party and stuff. She gets yanked up here. We meet, like, a robot. We also meet Puepa here. We're not going to look at Puepa. I'm going to leave that for you to discover on your own. But it's pretty cool. The fortress looks cool. The teleport, actually, I like the vertical lines right there. The sketchiness of it looks pretty cool. I like how the robot looks like he's smiling. At least from this angle. He's probably not, because he doesn't look like it over here. But from this angle, totally looks like a smile. Which fits in with, hello, Miss Armstrong. So she was brought here to talk to somebody who's going to make her some money. Maybe. That's at least what she was told. Who knows how that's going to go. Meanwhile, whatever her name is, the not so happy lady who's taken over her father's company just as Miss Armstrong's company is, well, Miss Armstrong's father's company, let's be correct, is going down the tubes and potentially going to get bought out by this lady's company. She's like the daughter of like the Lex Luthor kind of figure in this mythology. She's got this cool bodyguard here, man. Look at this dude. Doesn't he look dope? He looks super dope. So the monster's like, I'm going to eat you. And, he's like, yeah, you good? My skin is like steel. And the monster's like, oh, yeah? So your organs aren't. Crunch! So he's going all, like Hercules did to the Nemean lion, right? Like, oh, your skin's invulnerable. I guess I'll just have to work around that somehow. Sorry, buddy. So she's having a really bad day. A really, really bad day. You can tell because you see the red circle around the text box. It's a bad day, bro. We're going to actually jump pretty far into the story because we finally get to see Strong Girl in action. So the monster's like just plowed through some cops. She got Miss Armstrong got all suited up here to come in and do super stuff. And this is a really fun sequence. I'm going to leave off the part where she starts kicking the monster's butt. Because they have a battle, So there's a little butt kicking from side A, a little butt kicking from side B, and it's all fun to look at. Hope I didn't spoil too much there. It's a superhero comic. I think you can kind of assume that good and evil are going to battle at some point in the book, right? Although, I guess it's really more kind of like sort of evil versus spoiled evil. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. So she shows up. Or do you want to get your butt beat by a girl? Strong girl. You picked a bad day for a comeback. Great sound effect. Blank. Because it's a metal pipe, right? So it's going to have like a wah sound. And, that looks like that hurts. He's making a great face over here, too. Look at this. Beady, glowing red eyes. Big, gigantic teeth. He looks kind of like the Death Head cyborg a little bit there. And she's, that obviously didn't feel so good. And then it leads to this, man. She crashes into this building over here. Crushed. Good sound effect. He just hit me in the boobs. I'm going to kill him. And she is making a great face here. But I absolutely love this little close-up on her eyes right here. Like this. Oh man, that is so like thumbs up. You get a thumbs up right there. I enjoyed the art in this issue, especially once we got to the fight sequence. I thought it all flowed really, really well. Good story. Absolutely a good story. And then we got one more page. It's from the backup story about the unit. I don't know why I had to say their name like that, but I did. And I just wanted to show this off because they're like off in like metaphysical alternate reality space or something here. And they're having like a very weird kind of Fantastic Four-ish sort of adventure, you know, like a weird science adventure, although I guess this is probably more like weird magic adventure. But they're totally doing that instead of like a straight up super hero battle. I was gonna say super fight, but I think a superhero battle sounds better. I don't know, would you like better, super battle or a super fight? Think about it for a second. But that's what they're doing. They're doing like some like adventuring kind of stuff, and it's just a fun change of pace. Because if I remember right from the backup feature in the first two issues here with these guys, they were just having like a straight up super battle. So seeing something a little different is a lot of fun. And this looks like it's kind of in the tradition of Hank Pym or Fantastic Four or Doctor Strange, where they're doing something kind of weird and a little different and not really like straight up super stuff. Now, it may turn back into like super battles in the next issue. I don't know. But for this issue, I enjoyed this little backup feature a lot. I would zip back up to the top and scroll down and find like the credit page, but I don't want to risk like accidentally showing off the part of the front cover that is a little too risque for YouTube. So you'll just have to pretend that you know who the creators involved are. You can look them up. You can look them up. This is on, or this was on Kickstarter. I think I missed the campaign. I don't know. I think it was like back in January. Oh, and full disclosure, I like this, but just in the interest of full disclosure, I was asked to do a review of this and given the PDF by the publisher. So if you think that's skewing my opinions or anything, you're entitled to your belief. I can tell you that I don't believe my opinions are being skewed by that, but if you want to think so, go right ahead. All right, so that was Piece of Me number 3, plus his little backup story. It's a good comic book. Out of the 3 issues that have come out so far, this is actually the best one. Like, I can say unequivocally, the backup story, straight up great stuff, and the main story kind of like kicked us out of the, how do I put it? The weird, kind of mopey. No, that's not the right phrase, or that's not the right description. But that it shook it up from what the book was. Even though the themes are still there, there's a little something different on the page, and that's the main character getting back into action. Cool stuff. You all have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Sure hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.